Thanks. So I got a ton of emails because thanks to Charlie Sheen. Over 7,300 people watched my last show. And a lot of people wanted to know what was my Sheen connection. And the only thing that I have in common with Charlie Sheen, besides a healthy appetite for vices, is my producers, Brad Wyman and Barry Schuler, who may be in the chat room. So if they are, say hello, and there's the connection. Also, I want to tell Brad, thank you very much for making certain that Charlie mentioned me by name in his premiere broadcast of Sheen's Corner. And thanks to Charlie for all the traffic. I think we have a clip of that, which I'll gladly show you right now.
In my sleep.
So Duchess Rebecca.
I'm sorry? Duchess
Rebecca.
Duchess Rebecca. Wow,
So the
sounds like a winner.
BYU scandal bugs me. It's about a BYU kid who was.
So there you go. Yay me. I am a winner, by the way. A lot of people also ask me how I know Brad Wyman. It's pretty simple. He discovered me on Twitter. So yeah, there's that. Thanks, Brad. Another question I got was, what's with the doll? Yeah, that's Rex, and he's my silent sidekick. And he's the perfect man. He has a huge cock, and he can't talk. Right, Rex? See? He says nothing. Perfect. So the other thing I wanted to start with is the NFL labor talks are continuing. People are pretty pessimistic about it. I've brought this up every week, which is why I'm talking about it now again. The new deadline is tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. At night, obviously. And so, yeah, there's that. One interesting little tidbit, my husband sent me this email. I was not aware of this information, but George Cohen is the federal mediator who is trying to negotiate the deal between the NFL Players Association and the NFL owners. He mediated the deal between the Major League Soccer and the Major League Soccer players last year, which I know is not as big as the NFL, but you guys have a question? Yes.
Nude in Memphis wants to know if you're going to take Charlie's place on 2.5 Men.
Nude in Memphis wants to know if I'm going to take Charlie's place on 2.5 Men. No. Well, I would have to get a sex change first. Or they'd have to change the title. But, yeah. So not as far as I know. But, anyway, so Landon Donovan, who I believe plays for LA Galaxy, said that the moment that he saw that George was going to be the mediator for the NFL, all of the Major League Soccer players basically said the same thing, that they felt like there was going to get a deal done. So that makes me feel a little bit better, although the news coming out, even though there's like a media blackout, there's been some trickling out of information. It doesn't sound great, but we'll see what happens. So with that, I would like to introduce my guests. Jenna Blazer, who was here last week and the week before during Bacon Fest, which was kind of a crazy show, and Megan Wiedner. Thanks for being here, girls.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Oh, and this is Fergie, my dog, for new viewers, if you haven't met Fergie. And he's very happy here right on my lap. I'm not squishing him. He's not sedated. This is just him. So, yeah, people think that, like, is that dog dead? No, he's not dead. He's perfectly healthy and happy. So, speaking of Charlie Sheen, because you never get tired of talking about him, right?
No.
He was let go by Warner Brothers for committing a felony involving moral turpitude, whatever the hell that means, and people are talking about who a replacement should be. So what do you guys think? Do you think that he should be replaced? They should continue production with 2.5 Men because it's such an awesome show? Or do you think they should stop the show and do something better? Or if you do think they should continue with production, then who should replace him? Some names that came up in the news were John Stamos, Jerry O'Connell, and Rob Lowe. What do you girls think?
Well, I heard that Charlie Sheen actually gave Rob Lowe the seal of approval because they're from that Brat Pack.
I heard that too.
But he's in a contract for a couple years for that other show, Parks and Rec.
Yep.
I don't think it really matters who they put in that role because that show's going to ride on the high of Charlie Sheen for quite a while, and people like to watch things crash and burn.
Do you watch the show?
I do.
Do you watch it?
I've seen it.
See, I'd never seen it before until we were in Costa Rica, and there was like 5 channels that spoke English. So that show, because it is like Charlie, I think there's a quote that he said, like, good luck with that. My face is on that show 200 times a day because it's in syndication.
Right.
So.
Which he'll make money on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I heard that, well, he said he has a Michael J. Fox clause, which was like with Spin City, that if they continued production, he gets paid regardless.
Right.
Now that the Fox News had some people on there saying that wasn't true, I don't know. Well, or if it is true that this moral turpitude clause could get him out of that. I don't know. But who does the chat room think that should replace Charlie Sheen?
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Oh,
Who said that?
I like it.
Amish man.
Amish man. Chuck Norris. Nude Memphis and Amish man. Awesome. Chuck Norris.
Oh my gosh, Chuck Norris would just house that show.
Round cow.
Round cow. That would be round cow.
Barry thinks
Round cow.
Barry thinks that Michael Landon. He's
Isn't
dead.
he dead? This isn't Little House on the Prairie.
Highway to heaven.
He's on the highway to heaven.
He's in heaven. Maybe.
Who